Hey Dallas, how are you today? I'm so excited. I am here today with just one of my favorite restaurateurs that I have been waiting to meet for a while. Her name is Nikky Phinyawatana. I just was able to learn how to pronounce that beautiful last name. Did I do it right, Nikki?
You
Was
did
that
it
right?
perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Such a beautiful last name. We also know her as Nikki Feeding Souls, which is a beautiful branding concept that you have created. And I believe with all of my heart that that is the goal of you and your company. Um, you are. I hate to say this because a female entrepreneur, it's like, what's the difference, right? But in the restaurant business, that's especially important because you don't hear about as many successful female restaurateurs that have multi locations. So I am dying to know what you believe the secret sauce is behind the success of Asian Mint. Can you let us know?
Thank you so much. So honored to be here and so glad to meet a mint fanatic like yourself, a
Yes.
super regular. I really, really appreciate that. Wow, what is our secret sauce? I would always like to contribute it to our people, our mentees. Our mentees are our staff, and without them, we wouldn't have what we have today. When I do grow any of our locations, I actually base it on our staff who's ready to grow with us. And if they, I need to kind of move out of my position so that more people can move up and continue to grow. And if we're not investing in our people, then, who am I? I believe that I have been gifted the opportunity to provide a service that feeds souls, that provides a very important way to make an income to support their families. And with that, kind of comes full circle. We have to take care of each other. And I think that's probably what we do and why we do it. Feeding souls is really just been a blessing for me.
It takes a certain personality, though, to understand that. It really does. There is such a difference between operating business from the people within rather than operating it from the top down. Will you talk about your company values, which are very clear and all over the website and everything that you really display? But talk about the values and the family that you have created within your brand.
Wow, thank you. So we've been around for 15 years. We've always operated and still operates almost like a mom and pop. We have not really uh, kind of drove away from that. We don't operate from a financial standpoint. It all really comes from the customer, our staff. They truly do drive who we are, what we do, what we offer, our growth. And with that, I believe it stems down from the values that I put together not too long ago, actually, just a lesson that I've learned from growing myself. I never actually worked in big corporations before, and everything's been self-taught, self-learned. So we created our missions and our values vision literally probably about maybe 5 years ago as we grew.
Yeah.
And my really exciting part with that is that I created the our values based on our name, which is Mint, MINT. It's been so fun to create something like that, easy to remember. And we really based everything off of our values. So Mint, M stands for modern, I stands for inspire, N stands for nurture, and T is for together. So it really stems from really modernizing what we do every day to make sure that we are staying consistent in what we do. We inspire our staff, our customers by feeding their souls with fresh, consistent, value-based services and products. We nurture our team, our people, and we stay together for teamwork to make the dream work while having fun in the process. So that truly is our values and what we live by every day. I have my managers making sure that that's how we train, we mentor, we guide people through our values. And uh, I highly recommend anybody to do it. Please take it and form it into your own set of values so that you can run your company the way that you feel like it suits you the best. But just like to give you an idea, that's what we do.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it shows. What also is so apparent in your presentation, because you're great about video and putting yourself out there, and you were great before all of this started, so you were way ahead of the game. Do you have such an optimism about you? You're smiling and you really exude happiness. Without putting too much pressure on you, because I'm sure you're a normal human being and maybe, we can't always be optimistic. But can you provide a little bit of guidance for us to stay positive as we are navigating through this situation we're in right now?
Sure. It's so funny because I used to think of it, or people have been kind of pointing out to it sometimes that, you're so positive, you're so optimistic, it can be a negative trait because you're so trusting and things like that. And I realized that, I can become, or I can live in fear if I wanted to, but I have decided that that really does not bring light to myself, to my soul, or anybody who is around me. If I am instilling fear, hey, if you don't do this, this is going to happen. But I really like to come from a place of love, living from a value point. It's all about love. I mean, that's the basis of everything. And optimism and positivity stems out from that. You can always, it's a mental mindset. Yeah. Where are you going to decide how you're going to look at the day or look at the situation? You have to give yourself grace. There are plenty of times throughout the day. I have a 6-year-old who right now is fighting with me on doing homework at the house. And it really makes me pull my hair out sometimes. But, I realize if I fight with her or if I'm screaming, it doesn't help. It only puts both of us into a spiral down tunnel. So, let's figure out a way how to make it happen with grace and with positivity, and they actually respond better. I also have to say that when I am running a business, I do it with optimism and positivity, but there are boundaries. You might think that you are, sometimes people think you're in la la land because you're always positive and happy, but there are boundaries. There are set rules and expectations and systems and processes that you need to meet. And if you don't meet them, then, hey, there are still consequences, and there is that balance play of those two things. But in this time, what really would be beneficial to any of us if we were constantly fearful of living a life. I actually am honestly enjoying this slowdown of the universe, almost the whole world, giving myself a little break to stay home, to reconnect, to have time to honestly come back to ground level and figure out, what am I doing that's on purpose? What else can I learn at this time? I have on my list that I want to learn, Spanish. I get my kids to learn soccer. We have all these crazy things. And if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to beat myself to death. I did wake up this morning thinking, wow, we're about to go on week 5 and I have not learned any more Spanish than what I do know right now. So, be graceful. Really wake up with the intention. If you feel like you can't get into that mindset, one of my tools is YouTube. I will go on and search, hey, give me a motivational video to listen to for a couple of minutes. I love going to Oprah. She really sets the tone of you living on purpose, on mission, intentionally. So if you can do that, I think it's kind of awesome.
That is awesome. And I bet you are enjoying a little bit of slowdown. Even, I'm sure there's fear, and I'm sure you've got a lot going on. And I know you've been so innovative during this time. But you've been going for 15 years. I mean, my goodness. And running restaurants is not an easy feat. You've got 4 locations, am I right, at this time? So and maybe it's nice to have a little bit of break from that, if that's what this is. Will you give us the inspiration behind your award winning dishes and the fabulous food that you serve at Asian Mint, please?
Wow. Thank you for that question. Let me think. So sharing maybe some of my favorite dishes is what you're
Sure.
leaning towards.
Yeah.
Hmm, right now, the dishes that are feeding my soul are probably scents and flavors like our Asian noodle salad, our papaya salad, some comfort food items like our shrimp rangoon, our fried calamari, our egg rolls, our summer rolls. I literally go through the menu. People ask me all the time, "You actually eat the food on the menu?" I'm like, "Yes, I do. I eat here 5 times a day." Um, what else? Wow. Our crab fried rice is
Yum.
amazing. Our pad see ew, our pad kima wunsen. I could go on and on. Our desserts and coffee. I wake up with a cup of cappuccino every day. I'm a little bit spoiled. After being in the restaurant, I needed to have my own little cappuccino machine at home. And really exploring all those different flavors. And now we created a whole new product line, like you said, being creative is the Chef Mint Kit because we understand that takeout food is what we're doing, and we actually do great at it, and we do
Yeah.
a lot of it. But I know that in everybody's soul, they're going to be missing that hot plate of food that comes right off of a hot wok and lands on your plate and goes into your mouth and not through, literally a plastic container. And like, how can we deliver that? How can we make this happen? And I just kind of put two and two together where, hey, you have a lot of time at home. A lot of people are exploring their kitchen. They want to learn something new. Here, why not try learning to cook Thai food? I've been doing cooking classes for a very, very long time, 10 years plus through the restaurant. And we created this beautiful Chef Mint kits. And it's like all the preps have pretty much been done. I give you some little chopping work, a little recipe card, you put it together, and you can have it done in 30 minutes if you do the entire kit. Comes with an appetizer, two entrees. You can add on desserts if you like, bottle of wines for 20 bucks. It is really a great deal. It brings, I believe, the kitchen, like anybody, it brings the people together. And if you can take out all the tedious prep work, going out shopping to go find all the
Yeah.
ingredients is, and minimize cleanup because they all come in like these separate packs, that to me is like a pain point. So let me do that. And then you can really have a fun time, have a glass of wine while you're cooking with your kids. I tested these kids on my 11-year-old, a couple of my dishes on my 6-year-old, and they can do it and they enjoy it. They're like, and they eat it because they made it. And my 11-year-old is eating red curry right now. And he's like,
Wow.
I actually like it. So I'm like, ooh, kudos, it's kind of pretty cool. Get open that, explore their palate, explore the world, explore different cultures through your taste buds. I mean, that truly is kind of who I am. My whole mission with Nikky Feeding Soul, as you mentioned, is to inspire people through food, culture, and travel. And right now we can't travel, so let's explore other cultures through food and through cooking together. It's just been so amazing and so fun to be able to do that.
Always staying true to your values. And what you said there was so important because you didn't create to go kits for the reasons of just keeping sales or any of that. It was such a different reason. You did it for your customers, let them experience, let them grow, let them explore, let them be creative. I heard all of that. And that's awesome. That's beautiful. I love that. How can people connect with you? How can they order regular food, the kits that you're talking about? How can we get a little bit of Asian Mint in our lives right now?
Awesome. So the way for you to get those chef kits or order online, everything we do right now, I mean, we are down a lot, just to be
Mm.
honest, during this time. But if we can continue to sell takeout and delivery and do curbside pickup and through these chef kits, it is pretty much enough to sustain my staff. The first thing that they were worried about, sadly enough, was, am I going to have a job tomorrow? Am I going to have an income? And again, I think going back to the beginning is, I feel like it is my responsibility to make sure that they're not worrying about that, is protecting their rice bowl, so to speak. And then that's why we created the Chef Mint Kit, twofold, for the customer, for my staff. What can we do? And all the income that we're generating, or revenue that we're generating right now, pretty much goes back to paying the staff, covering some food costs. Anything else, I'm going to eat it and try to figure out. I'm applying for loans. We'll see how that goes. And it's just kind of keeping people busy. And when you stay busy, you don't have time to live in fear. For a lot of people, you have time to stay positive and stay focused on something else rather than worrying about, what's going to happen. So how you can connect and how you can support us and my staff, I really appreciate it. If you could just go to asianmint.com, we have it all there. The first link you hit is, we'll go to online ordering, select the location that's closest to you. We have explored, we have our servers now doing deliveries. All our staff are required to wear masks. We are sanitizing, oh my goodness, so much. Like, my hands are like tough at this. We have all those measurements put into place. We also have the Chef Mint Kit will be another link through the Asian Mint website. If you go to asianmint.com, you'll see it all. It's asianmint.com/chefmint if you want to go directly there. And also another way to feed your soul, if you can go to nikkyfeedingsoul.com or go to my YouTube channel. On every Sunday, 7 p.m. at the moment, I launch a new episode to take you on a culinary retreat to Thailand, because we took a trip last year and we went to eat all around Thailand, south, north, central, everywhere. And we documented it all. And we have been releasing these short 6-7 minute episodes so that you can go and explore Thailand with us, eat your way through it, and see it from a perspective that I feel, I've been able to connect the two. I know what people in Dallas love. I know what Thailand is all about. How can I bring them together and really feed your soul in a complete way and anytime possible?
You're awesome.
I feel like I'm talking too much.
Not at all. You're just wonderful. Dallas, go support Asian Mint. You know you love it. We all love it. There's nothing like Asian Mint. My daughter, I got to tell her that you were going to be on the show. It is her very, very favorite restaurant, along with all of her friends. So we will be ordering very soon.
What's your favorite dish?
She loves the pad thai, which honestly, she never would have tried pad thai if she wouldn't have seen her friends eat it. It's not like hers, but she is obsessed in love with it. She's already ordered it. Don't worry. She's been ordering it for herself, but now we will order as the family shortly. In fact, I'm thinking tonight is a good night. But thank you so much for everything that you're doing. You are such an asset to our city. And thank you for being here and sharing your story with us. It was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this and, creating that positive vibe, because we all need it, it. And I think it is important to continue to speak that and inspire people through all social media platforms, as I also try to do through Instagram daily. What am I doing? What can I do to help other people? And sometimes I think I'm not doing enough, but whatever we can do, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's all we can do. Yeah. So thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. Dallas, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.